Oh, you know what time of year it again? No. It's that time of year again. It's camping season. I know it doesn't feel like it, boy, but it is. So I thought it might be kind of interesting to do a time lapse from last year to this year. A little bit of gear has changed. And, you know, some things have been improved for sure. And I always have to go through my gear anyways, just to do a double check and make sure that all my goodies are good to go. So, you know, this is my camera gear. Don't really need to know too much about this, just some GoPro stuff. Extra battery pack there. Doing the Olympic National Park Riders Roundup. Let's see here. Always need a water pack for multiple days. It also gives you the availability to cram more stuff into easier to get to places. This is some stuff that I would prefer not to use too much, but I've got some fuses. I got some of those little shrink wrap wire jobbers, just in case something happens with wiring and, you know, you can reconnect it. This came in handy last year, that's for sure. You guys saw the big old oil problems with the Africa Twin there. Good old steel stick, invaluable. This year, however, though, I'm also carrying a little bit of oil. You know, I figured out I, of course, would be on a spill generally pretty quick, but you never know, you might miss it. But I also have to worry about other people, so I've got some different things going on for that this year. I am now running a tubeless in the rear, so I've got some stuff to plug and patch that and deal with everything tire related there. This is a neat little gizmo that I found online. I don't remember who it's by, but it's all for tubeless stuff. That one's a pain to get out, but you know, you've got your pliers and your I'll just call it a scraper, what you insert into the hole to ream it. The reamer, rim jobber. Because last year we also had some injuries, I have started beefing up the first aid kit just a wee bit. Just a wee bit. Lottie. What I think was packed in there. Some basic bandage, like heavy wound bandage stuff. Mild tourniquet with the zip tie. But I actually do have a full-blown tourniquet that I carry too. You know, just some sprain, bandage, Q-tips. You know, why not? I have an emergency poncho in there, some gloves, some Neosporin, some super glue, some burn, sting, antiseptic sort of stuff in there, some medical tape and, you know, those goodies. So I'm doing pretty well there. There's a few more things that I would like. I would like to add a suture kit. You know, that could be pretty handy. I do have the super glue, so you know that can get you pretty far. But you know, be prepared for anything, as I am learning. Because you never know what somebody else or even yourself might get into. There's actually still one more major component that I would like to carry. I have, not medical, first aid wise, but I've been into a few situations where we get down to in the valley and we're like, all right, it doesn't look too bad. We might not have to drive out of this. And then, of course, we got to go like straight up out of it. So I would like a pulley system to be added. But that's one of the last things I don't have. There's a few more small things that I'll add, you know, here and there. You know, just in case something happens to your phone, it's good to have a backup compass. Got some other goodies in here, some wire, of course, more bungee cords, pen and pencil. You know, you need them so often, and they never seem to be around when you do. So, always something good to carry. Everything emptied out of there. I don't really keep too much in this larger one. I like to keep this one for food. I'll have a sandwich or something in there. But I do have, you know, a little baby powder and toilet paper and some like aspirin, sort of stuff. Lighter, multi-tool. I don't really necessarily suggest carrying a lighter because you can easily run out of juice and then you don't know. But I have one in there. Some extra food and earplugs and rubber bands and just some simple stuff there. And it's good to go through this once in a while just so you know where everything is too. Got some new patches. I got another one on a new piece of gear that I might as well bring that out too. That is part of the preparedness. Throughout the years, I have had a couple of pretty sketchy bear encounters where they are sitting there growling and stomping at me over food, you know, like I was out fishing, salmon. I've just about hit a couple. Like I've been close enough to slap him, drive by, slap him. But yeah, I've considered carrying bear spray. I'm not really too worried about it. But, you know, the world is also a crazier place these days. And so it's not just bears or, you know, elk that I have to worry about. It is crazy people, too. So, part of guiding and leading other people is being prepared to protect them. And towards that means I picked up a sweet little Shield Plus 9mm, and I'll be carrying that, which is where the other patch, where this ties in, is on. This is just my underquilt and sleeping bag. Somewhere squeezed down in there, I use compression sacks like these that are holding my clothes to really get things tight. That way I can still glamp it a little bit, have a nice big underquilt, not have to use a air mattress, because I just, you know, I love sleeping in the hammock, and any sort of air mattress to me just sort of takes away from that oh so comfortable feel, just hanging there. Hanging and danging. Hammock, as mentioned, I don't necessarily recommend this one. There's definitely a weight limit on this, and 170 or so pounds is pushing it. Because I'm heading out on my own, taking it easy, glamping it. I'm not expecting rain, but if I have to, I will bust out the big poncho and hang out for a few if I need to. So, you know, hang out around the fire with the hatchet. Got the old, boy, I haven't had this out in a while, I guess. The old bearded hatchet. Get me a little kindling or do whatever I gotta do. As I mentioned, oil this year. Got some extra oil. This is gonna be gonna do some thermos cooking. Got some soups and, you know, in packages, some hot and sour soup. Got some oatmeals. Got some cereals. Do some scrambled eggs. But yeah, this is just I got a bag of food here. Probably too much as usual. I'm only heading out for a few days, hopefully. I want to be back by Tuesday. Little niece and nephew are getting here. You know, I got some wipes and a bunch of extra ropes and strings and stuff for the hammock. Got some seasonings in there, some playing cards, stuff for hot cocoa, some aqua sock type shoes. Something to kick around in the campsite if I feel like it. Let's get into some more toolage. Make sure I got most of the stuff I need. One of the things I'm really debating this year is the chain breaker. Man, this weighs a good pound and a half. And I mean, it's a nice chain breaker. They're so darn expensive. I would like the the Motion Pro. It looks a little more compact. But, you know, expensive. I already got one. So, I might pack this. I'm going to be taking it easy. I'm not going to be doing too much single track. It's been so wet here that I would need some better tires, really. Since I am glamping it, I'm going to be, you know, setting up a tarp. And I've got some poles. Some Sand Lake, some more Amazon stuff. Poles that screw together, look decent. There's chain stuff, yeah. So I might as well bring that chain breaker. I've got stuff to break and fix the chain. Now I mean, jelly bean. Most of these things stay in my tool tube. This tool bag getting wet and dirty most of the year. So as you can tell, I'm a little bit anal retentive about plastic wrapping everything. Which, you know, is probably why I still don't have kids at 37. This little sockets, you know, these things are annoying AF, but when you're trying to cover, you know, a good range of sockets, this will actually do in a pinch. They, you know, you gotta be careful, they'll strip your bolts a little bit because they tend to pop off. And, you know, just basically everything that I need for my motorcycle to fit. Now, I'm not necessarily caring for everybody else. That's the one area where you kind of got to carry your own stuff, is repairing down. You got to carry your own tools. or you're a fool. Always good to have your paperwork on hand. That's why I like this one for the tool tube. It's easy to get into. Instead of like trying to stash it under your seat or something, pull off your seat every time you get pulled over, which I have not been in, like 15 years. So I'm not too worried about that. Just more stuff pared down specifically for me. As you can see, I've just got different everything to fit my motorcycle. I've basically gone through and made sure that I have one of everything to take every little bolt, nut, screw, whatever off and on my motorcycle. For the most part. And I have, ways to get by for other things. And here is just all motorcycle stuff for tires. Mostly for tires. I do have a little homemade funnel for oil or whatever you got to do. We used this last year to fill up my friend's bike. So I forgot about this. These can always be definitely handy. It doesn't take up much space. It's not much weight, but in a pinch, it can be so frustrating to be fishing around for lost items. So, a couple of these small spoons, more stuff just to fit my motorcycle, tire pressure gauge. That's pretty much it in there. Also, of course, have a 21-inch tube. So just in case the tubeless tube gets punctured, then I can swap on the 21-inch. And I don't think I have anything else in here. Oh, I've got that zip tie. Yeah, there's nothing else in there. But yeah, I think that's pretty much it. Let me know if I'm missing much that you can think of that I forgot. I'm sure there's something, there always is, but that's part of the fun. Anyways, ciao for now. See you on the road.